What's up, YouTube and Smash enthusiasts? Thank you once again for your great feedback last week in regards to the match analysis I made between Mango and Armada at Evolution. Now, because of your feedback and great support, I want to do more videos highlighting the mental aspects of Melee and fighting games in general. So today I will talk about move selection, and what I'm going to talk about is how to make more informed and smarter choices in regards to choosing your moves and how you attack and how you defend. Before I continue, I'm going to assume that you at least know what wave dashing is, what L canceling is, and how to do it somewhat at the very least. If you don't, I highly recommend watching some advanced how to play videos online. When I first started playing Melee, I thought I was pretty good. And this clip is probably how I used to play when I first started the game, and probably how many of you guys played when you guys first started the game. It was sloppy, but it got the job done, and I could beat most of my friends, so I thought I was pretty good. I never really thought about choosing my moves wisely because there was no incentive to. I could beat my friends, and I never really had consequences to choosing laggy moves that weren't that good. It wasn't until I entered my first tournament and I played Isaiah that I realized that move selection was really important, and I saw that my bad strategy and bad moves were getting punished very severely by him. I thought for a while, how could I get better? How did I get whooped so bad? Well, here's some advice. A good way to improve your move selection and move choices is to ask yourself questions. Are there other options available in this given situation? Do you have to default to using a forward smash, or is there something better and less risky? Speaking of risk, also ask yourself this question. If you hit your opponent, what are the rewards of getting the hit? Also, what are the frequency of your moves hitting? And if you don't hit your opponent, what are the consequences? How good of a punish can your opponent do as a result of your move not working out? Here's a rather extreme example. Falcon trying to do a Falcon punch. Obviously, it's not one of the best choices because if you miss, you're going to get killed, especially at that high percent. And even at low percent, you're going to get punished rather hard for missing an attack like that, which will happen pretty often. Not one of the better move choices. Marth's forward smash. Everybody loves that move. It's long range, it's powerful, and it can kill things. What's not to like? However, it is a very unsafe, punishable move. If you miss with it, especially against better players, expect to have a lot of grief.
Do it. Look at Westball's face.
And I think you get the point. Instead of Marth's forward smash, let's look at alternatives you could do that may not get you as much rewards, but are definitely less risky. We saw what happened when Marth misses a forward smash. So let's take a look at some options that might be better than forward smash, not necessarily to kill, but to get an opening in the neutral game. Let's look at some of Marth's moves. And he has the benefit of having a long range sword, so moves like forward air and down tilt cover a lot of space while not giving a lot of risk in doing so. It's a lot more effective than a forward smash because if you miss, there's a lot of lag. Also, jabbing is useful. And Marth has a bunch of options that you can explore. These aren't everything. There are even great substitute moves to kill. Up tilt, for example, can be used to kill at higher percentages and is less risky than forward smash. Now I'm going to talk about situational awareness. So let's look at a classic move, Jigglypuff's Rest. This will help explain risk and reward. Now against a character like Peach, missing a rest doesn't really matter too much because she doesn't have much of a punish. Now if you play against a Fox player and miss a rest, expect some really bad times. And this is why knowing your character and your opponent's character matters, because there is a difference in what moves you should do. Stage awareness also matters because if you get a rest here, you're not going to kill the Fox, especially on a map like Dreamlight. However, if you're on the side of the stage on Yoshi's, you're more likely to get a kill. It's very important to be aware of how you're positioned on the stage. I'm going to show you an example about percentage. This is something you should always pay attention to. So in this situation, Fox is at low percent and the rest doesn't kill. Now let's do the rest again. If you miss at that percentage, you're gonna die. It's one of the worst risk reward scenarios you have in the game. However, at this percentage, you have a little more reward because Fox has some percentage and your rest might even kill, especially if they don't have the best DI. Also, because you're at a lower percentage, even if you miss your rest, you're not going to get killed, although you will take some damage. Now, I hope through looking at these examples, you realize that percentage and stage position both matter in choosing and selecting your moves because the rewards and risks are different based on these conditions. One other important thing to consider is how good your opponent is and how capable are they. Are they really good at comboing? Are they really good at certain things? And if they are, it's best to avoid those type of positions, such as going to the ledge against Mewtwo and dying and choking the game away. Now, I hope I gave you some good ideas on how to refine your move choices. This isn't super in-depth, I know, but this is more for the newer players who are just getting into the game. Now, to get better, I suggest that you just play, have fun, and explore. Try different options instead of just going for the same one over and over again. And then you can see why certain moves are better than others in certain situations. And in places where it's more of a mix-up game, you have a toolkit of different options that you could use to mix up on your opponent.